Boo, how you doing? You want me to plug this?
Can
Okay. All right. You get a good night's sleep? Anyhow, I'm trying to talk on here. And here. Every time I try to do a video, here comes somebody. And you hear him running down the damn steps and shit. Anyhow, back on what I'm talking about. The man, Christian Quadatana, knew of every pre-existing condition in there, but he's running a scam. It's a scam. So every insurance company out there actually needs to be aware of this as well. All right. What he's an Indian man, and he plays on the fact that he's not from here and acts like he has a language barrier and all this. He plays dumb, like, I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have any more money. I don't know. I thought I could trust you. And playing in reverse psychology shit. That shit don't work with me, bitch. That shit don't work with me, motherfucker. Okay. You ain't got no more money. You in the wrong business. Real estate ain't for you. You don't be out here renting and shit like that. Pieces of shit. You ain't got the revenue to cover the shits. Okay. You damn sure knew how to type something in English, so didn't you? You know how to type in English, so didn't you? Stop fucking around and shit like that. Okay. Now, all county Neo portfolio, they weren't even on the scene. You understand me? Until September 2020. This man already had city code complaints against him. There's over 29 public records on this whole issue. The address is 2951 Huffington Place, Roseburg, Ohio, 43068. All right. You can look it up by the address. You can look it up by his name, Krishna Quadatata. Look it up by the property management name, All County Neo Portfolio Management if you want to. So those 29 public records consist of constant complaints, but also outcries for assistance and help for the city, just saying, like, listen, I mean, what are y'all doing? Why are you allowing this? They're retaliating, they're stalking, they're harassing, they're intimidating, they're coercing, they're threatening. You know, even like the attorney, I say his name is Michael Son. He literally sent a message through the email. It was in writing stating that if you don't go and retract the report of fraud on my client, pretty much, I'm gonna go down there and file the appropriate paperwork and have you set out on the street. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? Don't get mad at me because your client didn't tell you the bullshit that he was doing before your friend, Michael Casano, your friend Rob Gravak, who's over All County Neo Portfolio. That's his buddy friend and shit like that. Okay. Actually, Michael Casano utilizes All County Neo Portfolio property management services for his own properties, obviously. Okay. See, this is how people tell on themselves. Michael Son went out there and put a 5-star review on Google recommending the services of All County Neo Portfolio to other owners. He said he recommends the owners. So you must be an owner to utilize their property services, because how could you, in fact, speak as a first person for whatever the fuck, talking about Rob runs a tight ship with All County Neo. No, Rob runs a whole fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, Rob, damn it. Okay? You put this family in harm's way. Severe harms actually did occur. Do you know a house just fucking blew up the other day? Because why? Somebody fucking with the water heater because of the gas line piece of water heater. Do you know that actually happened here? I never even knew that a gas line fed the water heater because we thought the whole place was electric. But guess what? Went to go turn on the furnace and I smelled like gas. I'm like, it smells like gas or something. I'm like, something. And my son, he came out and he's like, turn it off, it's a fire. There's the world's on this fire. I said, turn it off now. Turn it off. Call Columbia Gas. They had to come out today, so you have to get out, evacuate, get out. There's no gas. And so the technician came out. This is a whole true story. This happened in September 2020 at this particular place. It's just by the grace of God that we didn't grow up just like the family that you just seen die. That's what Karen Phipps wants you not to know. That's what she covered up. That's what Michael Casone, Alex Castle, Karen Phipps, okay, Rob Gravak, Krishna Quadatata, all those people don't want you to know. So that's what she did. She found a mechanism to spin a narrative to work in her own best interest that will benefit not only her, but also the people that she's trying to protect. Her friend that she went to Capital Law School with during the same tenure, Michael Casone, she knows him. She knows him. They went to school together during the same time. Don't act crazy. Don't act stupid. Don't act funny. acting like you don't have a professional or personal relationship with each other. You're fucking lying. You know each other, and it doesn't matter if you don't. You're in the same fucking discipline and shit. Like there's a bias there. Okay, there's bias. Period. But you have to know how to set those small biases aside when you're in particular roles. Everybody has a little bias. Okay, I'm biased to other nurses and shit like that. Like, nurse, and stuff like that. But still, at the end of the day, when you know that there's a nurse out here not doing the right thing for the right reason, harming others, and all this type of shit, we can't be down with you. No. You're making us all look bad. No. And that's when you need to step in and say, hey, that's not right. You know, hey, you can't be in nursing practice doing this. And let me give you some tools to education how to go about doing things. But right now, because you already did this and somebody is saying that you harmed them, you're going to have to pay the toll. There's a consequence for what you did, but we forgive you. Now, moving forward, what we want you to do is take a self-evaluation. Nice self-reflection, take a look in the mirror. You need to change your behaviors and work on improving. All right. So this doesn't happen again. But in the meantime, boom, you got to pay for the harm that you did. Or you got to go to jail. Or you got to do whatever it is. It's not that we don't forgive you and everything like that. Everybody make mistakes, honey. But everybody got consequences to pay depending on what it is that they chose to do. All right. You knew what it was. You knew what it was. You know, right from wrong, you knew what the consequences were. When your actions on it, you took the risk, you took the chance. Right? Like, damn, I hope I don't get caught. But now that you got caught, now you know there's consequences to what you did, right? So now you got to pay the toll, and then hopefully you won't ever do it again. Hopefully you learn the lesson. All right. Now don't come faking, playing shit like that, acting like you're sorry about whatever. Now that the public knows, because we know you're not sorry. You're sorry that you got caught. So don't come out here talking about, I didn't mean that, I really didn't know, and all that shit. It's all written. Like Karen Fitz, it's all written. Michael Couson, Alex Castle, Rob Devine, Christian Qualitas, they all know. Sierra Ross, the mayor even knows. I mean, I don't know if he knows specifically. So let me just say that the office does. So he knows. I mean, I've sent stuff down there. I've tagged him in a whole bunch of stuff, but who knows who's really overseeing whatever that is. Maybe he personally does not know. It's just his oversight, is trying to run interference or something like that. But it definitely has been, the mayor's office has been notified. So let's just say that. The city prosecutor for zone prosecution and stuff like that, whoever oversees, like landlord obligations and retaliation and all that type of stuff, they absolutely have the awareness as well. In fact, Tierra Ross, she was the assistant zone prosecutor at the time of all of this. The city of Columbus code inspector, they will give you retaliation paperwork to fill out if they feel retaliation has occurred. You don't have the option to opt into that. They will give you paperwork. So an inspector gave the paperwork. Her name was Christina Conrad. She came out, inspected, she took pictures, she did all that, she issued the code violations. She came back in, gave paperwork for the retaliation, said, get that filled out. I'll come back and pick it up. I'll turn it into somebody named Todd Dillard. So that's what she did. Any type of evidence or whatever you have, make sure you send that over to him. That's exactly what I did. So she gave it to Todd. Todd sent it over to Tierra Ross. He did touch base and went over to her. He sent all my evidence and everything as well. Tierra Ross outreached. And she said, I have it. I'll let you know, by Friday or something like that, have a case. And she never really touched base ever since that. And I actually had to go on social media once again out her and shit that she was doing. Then she went on and said, oh, by the way, I had to put your retaliation case on hold and failed status because there's actually somebody out there challenging the city ordinance, right? Somebody out there challenging the city ordinance, okay? So it's in court. But once we get the green light from the court, I have all this in evidence from her own. She said it's in emails. She wrote it. Once we have the green light from the court, okay? All right, she never has updated or followed up ever since then. So then it was Michael Couson who actually was defending Christian Qualitas in All County Neo in EVH 060439 and 21CV020711, which is the retaliatory eviction found that All County Neo placed on the tenants, right? That's a Franklin County municipal court as well. Was retaliatory. So Michael Couson was defending them or whatever. Michael Couson has been on every single email thread. He knows about all the evidence. He knew everything all along and all that. So why didn't he just stand up and say, "Listen, we cannot defend this guy, Christian Qualitas. He was on some bullshit. He's trying to trick everybody and stuff like that. And we're not going to be down with this. And you're making Rob look bad and all kind of knee on everything Christian Papa. We didn't know what you're up to, because I had already paid the entire contract to the lease, 12-month lease. I had already paid it all in full. We moved in May of 2020. It was already paid in full in 2 lump sum payments. Okay, so that's why part of why he got to have wild hair tax anyway too, because he got all his money. So I said before in another video, don't ever do that. Never, ever, ever pay somebody up front because they'll get wild hair and they won't do what they're supposed to do and shit like that. And and it's really sad because you got to live there. If you're a tenant, you're living there, you got to pay the rent regardless. So why not, if you came into some money, whatever, go ahead and pay it, and that's it. But don't trust people and give good faith and thinking that they're just trying to do the right thing, just like how you are. They're not. Okay. And in fact, this particular person got away with the deposit money too, because what's her name? Karen Phillips revoked the rights, deprivation of rights. She abused power. They got away with the deposit money as well. We never got a deposit back. So Karen Phillips did that. She should be in jail. I'm wondering when that day is going to come. Okay, because if it were you, if you had done this type of shit to somebody, and you revoked their rights and shit like that, you would be in jail. You would be a suspect. You would actually be on the news and shit like that. They have to picture classroom, they'd be asking the community, like, could you please help us ID? Anybody know who this is? And everything like that. Oh, yeah, we're looking for them, blah, blah, blah. So they didn't go out there and arrest them and hold them accountable, right? So why did you do this with Karen Phillips? Ain't she sitting on the bench down there, coming, you know where she at? Go down there and get her. Arrest her. She's the suspect in deprivation of crime in 22 CB 3620. That's a whole crime. It's a violation of USC Title 18. Yes, it is. And she did it. And it's easily you can prove it. I mean, it's not. Yeah. Okay. Are the oranges ready? She better get to learning how to motherfucking make some damn iron some grilled cheese and shit like that. Okay. She better learn how to make some motherfucking tattoos and shit like that with the damn white rain shampoo and put the light in the damn fire into the damn cardboard and stripping that shit in the white rain, shake that bitch out and go up to Medbay and steal some damn diabetic lances and shit like that and then get you one of them CD players and shit like that. Use the motor and hook the shit up, stick you something in the little outlet right there and you use a motor like zzz, and it makes them start making some fucking tattoos and money on the side of the prison. That's what she better get find out. If somebody put some money on her books or something like that, so she can get a whole bunch of motherfucking news, you need that as a staple. You're making some shit, okay? All right, bitch. What's up with that? Yeah, you need to be in jail, huh? I ain't playing. Fuck that. No one's above the law. This episode up here and revoke our entire right. That's bullshit. That's fucked up. I'll never stop talking about it as long as I live. Never. That's not okay. That's not cool. That's a whole demon. That's a devil that does something like that. That's some shady, low down, dirty shit. She wouldn't appreciate somebody doing it to her, anybody in her fucking family. Taking your whole right. All right. So look at this. This is just one of the texts. Casey, one of the texts that the dude had sent, right? Because it was a sunken laundry room floor, okay? The city of Columbus contacted him because they couldn't come in with the COVID stuff. So he said he already put in a claim with, it was either Amazon or Liberty Mutual. He already put in a claim and he said that this problem with the leaking and shit like that had started August the 7th. He was a whole fucking, he's on the okay? That's fraud. You're putting in insurance claims and that's fraud. You know you have pre-existing condition. I have all this shit, okay? So basically, I just showed you a little tiny bit. He's saying like, pretty much don't tell them that it's been leaking for a long time, all right? Insurance company, don't tell them pretty much, that's what I'm saying before that has been leaking for a long time. Otherwise, they may not cover the floor damage, please. Thank you, talk to you later, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't participating in that. That's not true. And he's so dumb and stupid anyways. I mean, real contractors have been doing the work for a long time. They can tell the extent of the damage when they get in mess with the floor. They can tell that it just did not happen. Lots of times with leaks and stuff like that, it's over time. I mean, so see how dumb and stupid it is. But he talked damn good English. He types it real good too, doesn't he? But if you get on the phone with him, he acts like he don't understand what the thing he's saying. He don't know the English. Okay. But what? Oh, I don't know. I don't have the money, you dumb shit. Motherfuckers be playing on that shit too. I learned that shit too. Yeah, you acting like you don't know it. Yeah, I cut my shit. Too tight around my motherfucking neck. I'm not here to look good for you, guys. You can send me some t-shirts and shit like that. You got something like that over t-shirts? Send them to me, motherfucker. I'm fat. So make sure they're large, extra large, preferably. Thank you, Jesus. I'll send you my address. Send me something. I got a whole wish list of shit I need because of this shit right here. He's fucking with me, fucking with my life and shit like that. I mean, hardship after hardship and shit that I didn't do shit wrong. I did what I was supposed to do. I paid my whole rent shit like that. You can't give me my deposit. You almost killed us a year. I got a whole grandchild is autistic. He's a baby. You know they shut the water off on us and everything. We literally had to go out and buy jugs of water. Could you imagine how disgusting that was? And we didn't really have no money and stuff like that. And how disgusting that was. Didn't wash our hands, had to use the thing like those bad people. And this is actually what they're getting away with. And everybody has the awareness. That's what's sad about it. So the city of Columbus actually does have the awareness. It's all public record. I will advise anybody out here, anything that you're doing, put it on public record. Because at the end of the day, it's all about bringing awareness of these types of issues. This is housing, right? These types of issues and landlord tenant falls under that overarching category, right? There's subcategories involved in all this type of shit, okay? Are you with me? Follow me, motherfucker. I'm playing space cadets out and shit like that. Everybody knows it's a public policy, it's a public interest. Change is in order. I'm a whole change agent, innately. Okay? And so I truly believe that maybe that's why all this shit keeps happening to me, so I can experience and shit like that and be fucked over and people keep their foot on my neck 24/7, broke as hell. Okay. Because I keep advocating, I keep speaking up, I keep speaking out, and people getting mad and pissed instead of correcting the behavior, and they retaliate. They want to just stalk you and cause you all these harms, all these additional expenses, revoke your livelihood. I got one, I'll tell you, there's another case. CVS Health. I used to work for them. Okay. They owe me $15,028 right now. Yes, it is. It's the balance of the actual settlement, agreement. They owe me $15,028. CVS Health, which owns or whatever, Aetna Resources LLC, Aetna. Okay, they own it. So Aetna had to be sued in a federal case. And so how that works is CVS, it's who else hired to work for CVS. But when you sue someone, you need to look at your pay stub. That's the right person to sue. Found that out. Okay, so CVS was the actual employer, I was a CVS employee. But when you go to court to actually sue them, you have to sue whoever is on your pay stub. And the who's on the pay stub is Aetna Resources, LLC. All right. So there was a federal case in the U.S. District Southern Division Court in Columbus, Ohio. And that's 2:22CV02519. That was filed post EEOC charge. All right. And at the time, I was still working at the place. So I filed that charge on the, well, I got the right to sue, filed the charge, got the right to sue, went on and filed the claim, and then the retaliation and all that just turned up. So all the shit that I was complaining about doing all this type of shit, it just really turned up once the shit was filed, right? So then after how they do, employers do when you turn them in, they retaliate and start coming up with bullshit about performance and all this. It's not true, it's all lies and stuff like that. But they claim that they didn't do anything wrong, so that's okay. Whatever. I mean, you can be the judge of that now at this point. Because at this point, my personal property, my equity property has been stolen, $15,028. They went into a court and they filed, they disguised a book claim as an interpleader. That's what they did. That's actually another thing that I'm finding is kind of routine in the kind of court of common pleas and what lawyers and judges do. What they do is they take their legal expertise and legalese and they try to spin a narrative knowing along what the whole truth is. But they leave out key facts and factors and circumstances and issues and things like that for the public. So the public has no awareness of the true underlying issues and the totality of the circumstances and everything that played a role into why we're where we are now at the point of someone filing that claim. And because, they think I'm dumb and stupid and stuff like that, and I look like this, I be wearing scarves and I cut my shit right here or whatever. I mean, I really don't know because I'm black, I'm female. I mean, I really don't know what it is. But baby, and the boo boo, I'm far from done. I'm far from done. Mhm. I'm highly intelligent, yeah. So I don't know. Ask God about that. Ask Jesus. So I don't know. He made it this way, but I don't know. And somebody keeps giving me all these downloads of information and stuff like that. And the guidance on how to fight against some motherfuckers that keep fucking with you too. Keeps telling me like, this is what you need to do. Go do it. This is where you need to look. There you go. Boom. I'm not lying. I'm not playing. Mhm. Mhm. So it's all true, right? So you'll never have nobody from CVS or Aetna come on here and say, I'm telling you lying and show you any proof otherwise. No, you won't. You won't never have Christian Guadalajara or Rob Ravad or Michael Soon or Tierra Ross or any fucking body, okay? Cassandra Spurlock that works over there at that city, Todd Dillard that works over there at that city. Who else? Anybody who's representative at 311.gov. Christina Conrad, who was the inspector on this place, 2951 Blaze. Middlesboro Ohio 43068. You won't have Channel 6 News. I reached out to all those new local news outlets as well. Channel 10, Channel 4, all of them letting them know, please tell the story, let it get out there what's going on with the tenants. And, I'm being retaliated against, and this is not okay. And it's supposed to be where tenants can exercise their rights to file a complaint with a governmental agency about condition rights and not be retaliated against. Ain't nobody doing shit about it. Turned it into the Ohio Attorney General as well. They say, hey, we really don't have the jurisdiction over the matter and things like that, and then we're intending to take it to court or something like that. And so everybody has the awareness, everybody knows, but everybody's passing the buck or nobody's just doing anything. It's just done the drug and shit like that. But at the same time, somebody's really being severely harmed. And they're doing whatever they're doing to get away with it at the detriment of a true individual, a human being. They're hurting them. They're causing stress and hurt and heartache and pain and mental anguish and all of that type of stuff. And it's on purpose. And nobody's holding them accountable for it. Like, who's going to hold characters accountable for what she did? She's going to enter to CP 3620, deprivation of rights under color of law. Okay, severely harmed. So what ended up happening with that? We'll get back to the other bullshit. But what happened with that is the truth of the matter is, I had to actually write a motion to vacate because at that eviction hearing, there's a lot of trickery, a lot of deceit, a lot of coercion and stuff like that. That will put you under duress because your hands are tied. Your actual magistrates that's at the forefront of those type of decisions. And Michael Casella and the magistrates down there are buddies and stuff like that. Another attorney actually in this particular city I had contacted for consultation, he already confirmed it. I was just talking to him about the situation and everything. He's like, who was the attorney on that case? I said, Michael Casella. He said, oh yeah, he's buddy friends all down there with them. They're not judges. He said, those are magistrates and they're not judges. So that's how he's able to get people to sign agreements and stuff like that, because he does that because if you don't sign the agreement, all those magistrates and stuff are going to find in his favor anyways. And that's a whole other attorney that said it. So it's a lot of corruption, a lot of people in cahoots, a lot of back scratching of whoever their network of people are in whatever social economical status that they're in, and they feel that they can keep on abusing you because you're in a vulnerable population or something like that, or somebody that's temporarily in a vulnerable population because of whatever has occurred, and it's thrown them into that type of a crisis. Like this is called like housing crisis, right? There's a lot of people out here that are going through the same shit, and those are the very people that I actually advocate for. Okay, so I believe that the Lord puts me in these types of positions to have to deal with certain circumstances for a cause or for a reason. I have to actually go through it myself, so maybe I can be relatable and I can truly and genuinely empathize with an individual that I'm trying to help in the population and tell them, listen, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I haven't been in your exact shoes, but I can take a similar situation of what I had to deal with and how I handled it, and what I did, so I'm going to help you. I can't practice law or anything like that. I can't go and write motions and pleadings and stuff like that on behalf of people, but I can definitely tell them that they can do it themselves and lead them and guide them to listen. This is where the federal procedures are, civil procedures are. This is where the local civil court, state level civil procedures are. You need to go and you need to look up some case law and stuff like that. That's current, that's relevant, similar to whatever you might be going through in your life. Because when you write up these types of things, you want to show that there was already a case similar to this out there in the universe, and this is what the opinion was on that particular case. So because this instant case, what you're particularly going through right now, this instant case right here is similar to that, and this court should actually find in that same mannerism as with as what that case law that already exists found because of this, that, and other that are actually similar. You can find case law, stuff like that to back up what you're saying. Anybody can do it. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot, you got to be a certain type of person. It's very unfortunate and sad because for me, I can't afford an attorney or anything like that. So I had to teach myself this type of shit. Anybody can do it. Most people won't, and most people can't. They don't have the wherewithal, or maybe they don't even have like the health or just general literacy to be able to do. Some people can't read, some people can't write, some people can't understand certain jargon, terminology, definitely not legalese. That's how they get over on people and they run circles around lay people because lay people don't understand the legal language. And that's how they get away with the bullshit. That's what Karen Phipps did. She utilized her legal expertise and legalese, right? To spin a narrative utilizing those mechanisms and approaches and stuff like that that you often see in the legal process that otherwise makes sense to any layperson out there if they look at it, or even a higher court. If they look at it, like, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. The girl, the tenants, in 2-1 CV 02071 actually signed an agreement saying XYZ. So when they signed that agreement, that means they already litigated that matter. That's what he said and done. So why the hell is she over here comment please in 22 CV 003620? Found clear, you're not allowed to do that. The case has pretty much already been litigated. Franklin County Municipal Court. That's the point that up to that point is what Karen Phipps told in her summary judgment for her friend, like son Alex Cancel, right? She only told up to that point. But she knows everything. She didn't tell you how. Actually, what happened was we had to go back and file a motion to vacate that judgment, and then we actually had to put a memorandum of support and detail the fact and give the background and the totality of the circumstance here, paint a picture for Franklin County Court of Common Pleas, Franklin County Municipal Court, for the court to see, oh, okay. So we had to say, listen, Michael Person places under duress to sign that agreement, number one. Michael Person also sent us a letter threatening and coercing us, and here go the letter. Okay. He said, if you don't retract that, you report a fraud, you know, where this man's out here frauding his insurance, putting wrong resident dates and stuff like that, knowing pre-existing conditions exist, so he get them to cover all the shit that he already knew was wrong with his place, and he could just pay $65. That's a scam. It's an insurance scam. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he needs investigated. Christian quality. And everybody that knew about this fraud and shit like that needs investigated. They covered it up. They all need to be in jail, every last one of them. So I don't know where the FBI is or Department of Justice. I don't know where they are. Hopefully they're on the background looking at the shit. I'm on every social media platform. I find it very difficult to believe that no one ever seen it. All right, it's all true, it's all accurate. I have all the evidence. All right. So anyhow, we wrote that motion to vacate that judgment because that agreement was actually signed under duress. Michael Person places under duress. It's true. And actually, while we were there, we actually sent an email over to Tierra Ross, that city attorney. He was like, listen, he's trying to put us under duress. Like on that same day. Yeah. Can you do anything? Like, we don't want to sign this. He's putting us under duress, you know. There's nothing that you can do. Ignore. Everybody's ignoring. Send it to Todd Dillard and Tierra Ross. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, basically, we went on and let the court know, and we put this memorandum of support. We also have to put a declaration in it. It's like an affidavit. You have to say that you're telling the whole fucking truth. You have to go get that notarized. That's also in the court record as well. And some of the things that we notified them of is exactly what we're telling you now. Severe retaliation is going on. We let them know we paid the entire lease contract up. We let them know there was never ever any walkthrough. Let them know it was supposed to be represented. It was misrepresented, actually. There was a property manager who was his cousin, Christian's cousin, brother, friend named fucking or some shit like that. He's just a whole liar. He's saying he's gonna get all this shit done. This is what I'm telling you out there, tenants. If somebody don't trust him, they're saying, oh yeah, we're gonna get that fixed before you come in. Go back in and check again. You know, take plugins off the wall, stuff like that. Make sure you verify it. Bring the whole fucking load along with you. I can do the whole load. Make sure that shit works. Dry it. Make sure that motherfucker works. Run the water heater. Turn the damn on. I don't know. You might have to be careful. You might have to have Columbia Gas come over there first and check and make sure that the gas line doesn't have what did they say? Improper combustion. Don't you know that makes people blow up? That's what was there. And thank you, Jesus, that we didn't die. Right? Ain't God good? Ain't got good. We could have blew up just like those other people. And all these people I know I'm telling you about, they would act like they didn't know shit. They'd be like, oh my God, crying eyes emotive, praying for the family. Dumb shit like that. They tried to kill us. He tried to kill us, right? Is that attempted murder? When you know that you have pre-existing conditions and stuff like that. Thank you, Jesus, that Columbia gas matter. That's easily verifiable too. We have pictures, we have everything. They tagged the damn water heaters, red tag, they shut the shit off. And have somebody come out and fix that motherfucker. Mhm. Luckily, we didn't die in that place, people, I'm telling you. But there's no telling what long-term health you know, adverse health conditions might result later from whatever was in that place, like the mold and mildew in that laundry room floor that he lied about. He never fixed anything. Nothing. He never fixed anything that was in the code violations. They deliberately, intentionally ignored it. We have emails with Rob Rivot. They started harassing us to leave on May the 31st of 2021, when that date was actually already paid for under the lease contract. Rob Rivot sending emails every single day, people from his staff. They're popping up, putting vacate notices on the door. And really, that wasn't even, you're not supposed to vacate by then because we actually paid for that day. It was in the contract. That's the type of shit. That's harassment. It's intimidation. You popping up in the house. Stalking. We actually have a picture of the stalker in a little gray car. Everything. And we have uploaded that picture to the exhibits on the thing. We asked for leave to perfect that because we needed to put in an exhibit list, and she just ignored it. She Karen Phipps, we asked her to recuse from there. We found out obviously she would not recuse because she had an agenda.
Well, mom, can she move her car? Hey, mom, you can move your car real quick?